how harmful is the non-organic products which are uh, available, like commonly available, like I think 90 or 95% of the people population is going and buying vegetables from the regular fruit market or a vegetable market. So how different it is and how harmful or safe it is.
Okay, now I'm not a research scientist, so I can't give you figures. But firstly, everything that comes in the market is not organic.
Hmm.
Okay, there are some things that small farmers do, which that's why sometimes you'll taste something very good. But generally speaking, I've seen even in far off villages people spraying. Okay, all farmers try to safeguard their interest. They they are being sold all this by companies that don't tell them about the harm. They are harming their own health by breathing in the pesticides when they spray them, putting fertilizers, getting the land acidic. When the land becomes acidic, then who are they going to run to? And then they commit suicide. So it's a vicious circle. So when things come into the market, there's no real way of knowing. So there's one thing about food grown with pesticides and fertilizers, and the other thing is adulteration of food. So generally, anything that is made in a powder form, try to make all the powders in your home. So don't buy a powdered chili powder because you don't know what's in it. Now, haldi you may not be able to, which is why buying organic is so important. And adulteration of another kind is, which is what I just said, injecting fruits, ripening them chemically.
That's again
But
horrible.
you'll taste one of them, you won't be able to have it. So I had some mangoes from my farm this year, and I gave them to a few people, and each one came back and said, "We haven't tasted mangoes like this." And because I have animals on the farm, that cow dung, manure, everything is like making the fruit even sweeter. In fact, my staff, when she made a pulp and gave it to her son, he said, "Mom, have you added sugar to this?"
Wow.
And she laughed and said, "How can I add sugar to mango?"
Right, right. How nice.
So there's no real other way, Shraddha,
Hmm.
unfortunately, of knowing except through the taste.
Hmm.
And therefore, going to farmers' markets and buying branded items, knowing who started the brand, why did they start it? A lot of the brands have been started by people who's had death of cancer of a mother, sister, and they've started these because of that. And uh, that these people, unless somebody plays mischief, but otherwise, I mean in the staff and all that, otherwise they're all very genuine. Most of the companies, I don't think we should say, oh, they're just making money.
Right.
There are many things to do that they could have done. It's not an
Right.
easy business to do.
Hmm.
Firstly, a food business.
Hmm.
So I would say now, when we started the farmers market in 2010, ours was very organic. In fact, it's probably, even in the world, I don't think there's any farmers market that says organic farmers market. They're all farmers market. You'll find organic people, non-organic people, but they're all farmers. So when we started our market, uh, we pushed this thing of it's all organic. So now what has happened, sadly, is all the markets that started in India after that, people think all of them are organic.
Oh, all the farmers markets are
Yeah,
organic.
which they're not.
Yeah.
And even sadder is that in Bombay, there are markets that have been started by commercial people. They're not even farmers there.
Oh,
There are vendors there.
okay.
And, from Vashi market, they come, they sell, they write farmers market, not organic, not farmers. And people actually, some people who don't know that our market's been on for 16 years, they will say, "Oh, yeah, we've gone to the Sachivalia one, or we've gone to the Worli one, or we've gone to the Priyadarshini." They're not organic, and they're not even farmers. So it's sad that some people are buying things thinking it's organic and it's not.
Right, right.
So it's up to each individual to really take the trouble to go to a market, to just take the trouble. It doesn't take time. You have to do that research once.
Right.
Anyway, one of the things I'm planning to do, I just haven't had the time, is to put out a website with what I feel are not just organic, but which are completely grown with organic
Seeds.
heritage seeds.
Yeah.
So then you'll know that these products of these people And it's not for money. Nobody's going to pay me for this. It's just to have that information for the people of the world to know that these are, because I have known some people from, like a friend of mine he had bought a lot of dry land,
Hmm.
and then they grew millets in South India and helped a lot of small farmers. So I know the purity of that
Hmm.
product,
Hmm.
of that company. So like this, I will put out a whole bunch of people, and slowly and gradually that will grow. And then I'm hoping that since this website will be out, more and more people will be encouraged to, like, even now some people come and say, oh, we do natural products, can we come, we do natural bakery. No, it has to be organic. So I'm hoping that with our market and with this website, more and more people will choose to go only organic. Even the companies, why do a little bit this? And they say, oh, we'll bring organic to the market. I said, sorry, you can't bring organic to the market. Then people will get to know you. They won't know that
The other products are
or not.
non-organic.
And I'm not going to be able to tell everybody, and neither are you going to tell. They'll trust me, and then they will look at your website and buy whatever. So
Right.
we are that particular. So even if you're doing half, sorry.